Well, welcome to my class, everybody. I teach these classes all the time on different subject matter, but they're pretty casual and you can mute yourself now. But if you have questions, you can always type them in the chat or hold them off to the end because I always stay on for a little bit after the class to answer any questions that come up. So I'm going to go ahead and just get started. And for those of you who I haven't met yet, this is me. I'm Leann Forst. I'm a board certified holistic health practitioner and family health and cancer coach. And I'm also a detox expert. And that's really one side of my business where I do virtual coaching. My clients are all across the United States and Canada. And the other side of my business is that I work with doTERRA Essential Oil Company as a certified essential oils coach to go out and teach individuals, groups, functional doctors, hospitals, and mental health clinics how to incorporate essential oils into their practice to be able to use as natural medicine for their clients and their patients. So I am certified by the American Association of Drugless Practitioners, and I'm also an author and a speaker. You can always find me at leannforst.com. Let's see here, a couple more people are coming. And where you'll find natural remedies and nutrition, detox, as well as essential oil strategies and targeted supplements. Okay, let me see if anybody else is in the waiting room. Whoops. Real quick before okay, it looks like I think we got everybody on here. So this is really why we're talking about this subject matter, is because mental health disorders are now running 1 in 5. It's one of the fastest growing health issues in America. And unfortunately, like there's a 400% increase in the last couple of years of prescription medication for mental health disorders. And so, that's why I like to do this class and teach people and educate people that there is a better way. And it starts with all natural solutions. And so today I want to talk about how nutrition, supplements, and emotional aromatherapy can play a big role in emotional wellness. Okay. So first, it's really important, I think, to talk about the brain and gut connection. This is really the basic thing to know about all health, no matter what you're dealing with, whether it's emotional wellness or some other kind of health issue. You've got to start with the brain gut connection and really the gut connection, but specifically for emotional wellness, we're talking about 95% of the brain and health issues can be controlled by daily health habits. Some people just think, oh, it's just me, or, it's just bad luck, or these are just the cards that I was dealt. But that's not the case. You have more empowerment in your health than you ever thought you did. Okay. So the whole basis for the brain and gut connection is that there are 100 million neurons that run along the gut lining. Okay. And the neurons communicate to the brain. And so if the gut is not healthy, the brain is not going to get good communication, and the brain cannot operate at its optimal level. So that's why they call the gut the second brain. Okay. So you really do need to take care of your gut first. And, the problem is that in America today, the biggest issue with health is that our soils are so depleted and we can't get the nutrients we need anymore from eating our foods, not to mention that the standard American diet is mostly processed anyway. But even if you eat healthy, even if you eat a ton of fruits and vegetables and eat whole, real foods, you cannot get the same nutrients as we were able to get 50 years ago, our grandparents were able to get, right? The nutrients have declined by 75%. According to some studies. And so even if you eat carrots and kale, all day long, you're not going to get the nutrients your body needs to function. So that's where you really have to look at targeted supplements and other things to fill in those gaps. Okay, nutrient deficiencies are rampant in America. 95% of Americans have nutrient deficiencies, and nutrient deficiencies are not just linked to mental health issues. They're also linked to 33 different serious and chronic health issues as well. Okay, so for nutrition, I'm a big fan of the paleo diet. And having a nutrition background, I've tried them all, from macrobiotic to vegetarian to Mediterranean to keto. I've tried them all. And so the paleo one is where I have seen the most success, not only for myself, but for my clients. And really, I've seen people lose weight, gain energy, have better sleep, eliminate autoimmune disease, eliminate it completely, eliminate inflammatory conditions, and optimize their brain health and their mental wellness. And that's because the paleo way of eating is just good long-term strategy for health and vitality, where you're going to get your nutrients, but it's not going to be starving yourself, and you're not going to feel like you're deprived. Okay. So really it's eating from Mother Nature. So think about, a lot of people think, oh, I'm going to have my corn chips. They're made from corn. So corn is a vegetable. And so therefore corn chips must be good. Well, there's a lot of things wrong with that statement. First of all, corn chips are not from Mother Nature. Corn is not a vegetable, and it's definitely processed. So that's how some of the thinking goes, especially when I started uncovering people's preconceived notions of what healthy food really is. Fruit Loops don't have fruit in them, right? And so eating from Mother Nature means really eating something that grew out of the ground, or you picked off of a tree, or swam in the ocean, or walked the earth, or flew in the sky. To give you a visual. So staying away from processed foods of any kind, because they are unnatural. Processed foods have additives, chemicals, and things that your body doesn't recognize. If it's not from Mother Nature, your body won't recognize it. Think of it this way: your body is an organic living being, right? So it needs organic, real, living food. And when you eat processed foods are anything but real food. They are man-made in a laboratory, right? So it's as far away from Mother Nature as you can get. So the standard American diet is it's nicknamed SAD for a reason, because a lot of people are getting sick on the standard American diet. When I have a lot of clients, some moms come to me with sick kids, and the first thing we do is work on the diet. And usually kids are eating processed foods and they're experiencing health issues. So this generation of children are worse off than all the generations before, because standard American diet is so rampant, and it's what they think is normal. They think that they don't think of anything else. So when you're eating paleo, and first of all, paleo goes back to what our ancestors ate, what the cavemen ate, right? And back in those days, they didn't have foods that were inflammatory. They didn't eat the beans and the high refined sugars and the processed foods, right? So that's really what paleo comes from, the Paleolithic era. And really what that means is you're going to avoid all dairy products, okay? So let's just start with that one. That one's a hard one for a lot of people, and it was a hard one for me decades ago as well. So dairy products, meaning anything made from cow's milk. I'm not including eggs in there. So dairy means anything made from cow's milk. So yogurts and cheeses, and the milk that you put on your cereal and drink, or put in your coffee. The problem with cow's milk, and I'm an Iowa girl, so so take it from somebody who knows. So the problem with cow's milk is that, many problems with it actually, is that those cows are eating corn, which is a grain, which is a highly genetically modified, one of the top 3 genetically modified foods in America. And the corn is sprayed with pesticides and herbicides, and then the cow eats it. So anything the cow eats goes into the cells of the cow, into the milk of the cow, right? You're eating the whole food chain. So all of those chemicals and everything. And let's just say you go with organic milk. Well, the problem with that is that the milk is still inflammatory because it has casein in it. Casein is an inflammatory protein in cow's milk. So casein, in fact, if you've ever read the book called The China Study, I read it in like 4 days. It was like 585 pages. So that might tell you how much of a book nerd I am. But the whole thing was a whole bunch of scientific research that basically came down to one thing: 8,000 statistically significant correlations between casein, the protein in cow's milk, and cancer. So there you have it. Grains, grains are not what they used to be. They're very processed, and they're very inflammatory to most people. There's 133 different symptoms, from joint issues to skin health issues to stomach and digestive issues, just to name a few that are related back to grains. Okay. Not to mention weight management issues. When people cut out just two of those, the dairy and the grains, I think it was Khloe Kardashian lost like 30 pounds. It was in the news. So starchy vegetables, potato and squash varieties, sugary foods and artificial sweeteners. I mean, enough said about that. High salt foods, processed or smoked meats. So processed and smoked meats are bad for a lot of reasons, not just because they're salty, but they have also chemicals in them as a preservative that are shown to be carcinogen. So soft drinks and fruit juices. When you have fruit juice, you're not getting all the nutrients from the fruit. You're actually getting a big spike of sugar and then a big blood sugar spike. It takes you up and then drops you off. And then of course, refined vegetable oils, right? Like canola oil that I know a lot of people still cook with. So that's really what you're going to avoid. But it sounds like a lot of restriction, but it really isn't. Once you get into the paleo diet, you'll see that you can eat a lot of things, just the right things, and you won't go hungry. So what you're going to want to focus on is all lean meats. You can have eggs, which I'm a big egg eater, and fruits and berries and almost all veggies. You might want to stay away from the starchy ones, nuts and seeds, honey as a natural sweetener, and then healthy oils like coconut oil, avocado oil, walnut oil, those sort of things, olive oil. Okay. So really the benefits of eating paleo are widespread. And I know that keto is like the latest trend, but let me just tell you that keto has its benefits. It has its place where it has given some people quick weight loss. That's because they switched from maybe a diet high in inflammatory things or high carbs to eating low carb keto. But keto is not a good it's not a good program to be on for life. Okay. It's good for maybe a quick fix to get you to your goal fast. But then what do you do? Right? Because if you go off of it, you're going to gain all that weight back and get those inflammatory conditions back. So that's why I like paleo. I've had clients on keto that didn't do it right and ended up with kidney stones. And even one had to have her gallbladder removed by surgery because not everybody is meant to eat a high fat diet. That's what keto is. It's a high fat diet. And some people's body just can't process the fat. So benefits of eating paleo is balanced blood glucose. When you remove those refined sugars, you're not going to get the roller coaster ride. Okay. You're going to have increased natural energy and not have to rely on stimulants like caffeine. You're going to get effortless weight loss. You're going to be full. You're going to feel full. Like you don't want to eat all day. When you're eating refined carbs, they don't give you the satisfaction. They don't give you that brain chemical of being full all day. You want to eat more and more. It's a brain chemistry reaction. It's going to give you detox effects. So when you're getting rid of the inflammatory foods, you are going to probably notice it for the first few days and really have some detox effects, but that's just a sign that it's working. And it's really going to be a great way to eat for disease prevention. Okay. And of course, while we're here, it's going to give you optimal brain health and emotional wellness. It's going to give you the stability. It's not going to give you the ups and downs. Just think about it. The sugar ups and downs give you the emotional up and downs. But when you're eating paleo, you get more of a steady ride. Okay. So that's nutrition. And so we have to start with nutrition because nutrition, if you're talking about the wellness pyramid, nutrition has got to be the bottom that holds it all up. If you're doing everything else right and your nutrition sucks, then nothing else is going to work. Right. So get the nutrition taken care of. And then the next step is other tools. There's other tools that you can incorporate. Okay. And supplements is one of them. I'm a believer in supplements because supplements can do a lot of things to fill in the nutrient gaps. Like I said, you can't get all the nutrients you need from your food anymore, even if you're eating perfect. And so nutrients can help you avoid nutrient deficiency. It can help you get more energy. It can help you sleep better. It can help you detox your body better. It can increase your antioxidants so that you don't get DNA damage. It can help with brain health and emotional wellness. All sorts of things can be taken care of with supplements. So they have to be the right supplements though, because there's so many yucky supplements on the grocery store shelf because everybody just puts stuff in a bottle and sells it to you. And a lot of it is not really, there's not a lot of oversight. Okay. There is some, not a lot. So why do we need them? I just told you, just to fill in those holes that you can't get with your nutrition. And then how do you choose? So you're going to choose your supplements like you choose your food. You want to go as clean as possible, made from Mother Nature. You want supplements from whole, real food, right? But just in a supplement form. You don't want to have additives and sugars and artificial coloring like those gummy, supplements or gummy vitamins you can get from the big box stores. You want to read the labels and make sure that you're getting something that your body's going to recognize and utilize and not cause more issues than what it's going to solve, and something that your body's going to absorb and not just urinate out. Okay, so how do we do that? So, of course, being with doTERRA, I like the doTERRA stuff, and I've tried hundreds of different supplements. And so I'm just going to tell you what you need, but I'm going to focus on some of these just so you know what these are. So the first thing everybody needs is a whole food multivitamin and multimineral. And that's just basically filling in the nutrient gaps, right? And so vitamins are important, but really a lot of people don't realize that minerals are almost, to me, they're more important than vitamins. They're as important, at least. Minerals are what most Americans are deficient in. And minerals are important because every single organ in your body needs minerals to operate at its optimal level, including your brain. There's over 300 different metabolic functions in your body that rely on minerals. Minerals help to detox your body of things like heavy metals, which are rampant in the food supply. It also helps to calm everything down, calm down your brain, calm down your body, help you sleep. So minerals are good for your heart, your joints, all kinds of things. So minerals, but the right minerals, they have to be chelated minerals. Okay, chelated, remember that word, because most minerals are not chelated. If you go to the grocery store and you buy a mineral supplement, they're usually not chelated. So chelated means that it's bioavailable to your body. If it doesn't say chelated on the bottle, then you're going to urinate them out and you're going to waste your money. Okay, so that's super important. So that is your vitamin and mineral supplement. And the next thing that every adult should be on is, and really anybody over the age of 5 should be on, is a good omega supplement. Okay, so a lot of people know that fish oil is healthy, but what people really need is a balance of omega-3, 6, and 9. And so you don't just need the fish oils, you need the plant-based omegas as well. And you really need to be careful because a lot of fish oils are toxic with heavy metals and PCBs and dioxins because our oceans are polluted. And that means our fish are polluted, and the fish oil comes from the fish that are polluted, then your fish oil is going to be polluted. And so you need to have it triple filtered, which is why I like this one. It's hard to find that on the grocery store shelf. And so what this is going to do is have multi-purpose. This is going to help with brain health, focus, attention. I've gotten more of my clients' kids off ADHD medication with this one supplement than anything else. It's going to help with joints. It's going to help with giving you a healthy inflammatory response, so helping to squelch inflammation in your body, which is important because all disease starts as inflammation and then it goes from there. The plant-based omegas help with healthy hormone support. And that's important as well. So this is going to give you omega-3, 6, and 9, but in the right ratios, okay? And then everybody should be on a probiotic with a prebiotic, even kids, school-age kids, because the probiotic is for your gut health, right? And if you think about it, your gut is the motherboard of your health. It's, again, we know that there's a gut-brain connection. So for emotional wellness, you got to take care of your gut. And not to mention that your gut is the central point for your immune system. So if your gut's not healthy, your immune system is going to be down, right? And so when we are exposed to all these toxins in modern day society, then the bad bacteria starts taking over in our gut. And we need to keep replenishing that good bacteria to keep that balance, right? Otherwise, it just keeps getting worse and it opens us up to disease. So honestly, just replenishing with probiotics daily is a really good thing to do. And what you're looking for is a probiotic with a prebiotic. The prebiotic, its purpose is to feed the probiotic. And when you go look for a probiotic on the shelf, if it doesn't have the prebiotic, then the probiotic are dead because it's supposed to be a live culture that needs to be fed, right? So that's how to look for a good one. And then whole food enzymes. So because everything else follows the gut. If the gut's not healthy again, then everything else falls in line. The very first step of all health is being able to break up your food so that your body can absorb the nutrients. Nutrients are the gas for our car, right? The nutrients for our body is the same as gas for the car. If you put junk in your car's not going to run. If you can't get the nutrients from your food, then your body's not going to react the right way, right? And it's so breaking up your food. But the problem is that our digestive system, the older we get, the more it slows down, right? And so we have to help it out. And we have to do that with enzymes. And taking enzymes before your big meals of the day is important. There are entire cancer protocols in Europe that are completely centraled by enzymes, because enzymes have been shown to not only break up like animal protein, but to also break up cancer cells. So let that sink in. Cancer cells have a hard protein outer layer. So there are entire cancer protocols with that are based on enzymes. So we covered nutrition, we covered supplements, and now I want to talk about aromatherapy for emotional wellness. So essential oils, if you're new to essential oils, you know, they really are useful for hundreds of different things for health, but for mood disorders, you know, which affect nearly 40 million adults, essential oils are safe and effective, and they don't have side effects. So they're a good alternative to medication. We know that antidepressants can cause a wide range of unpleasant side effects. You know, we have listed them there with insomnia, fatigue, dry mouth, blurred vision, constipation, dizziness, agitation, irritability, anxiety. The problem is that people get on one medication and there's not one pharmaceutical on earth that doesn't have side effects. So you get on one and then you're experiencing side effects from that one. So you get on another pharmaceutical to address the side effects. And people end up going down a rabbit hole, not knowing what's happening to them, you know? So essential oils for emotions is a good way to go. And in case you're not familiar with, like, a lot of people think that essential oils are trendy, they're new, and people are just jumping on the bandwagon. But some people think they're voodoo or witchcraft, but nothing could be farther from the truth. They are based in science and history. And so even the earliest story of aromatherapy and essential oils is when frankincense and myrrh were delivered to the Christ child with gold. So even back then, essential oils like those two were considered as valuable as gold. So they even discovered, when they raided King Tut's tomb, the scientists went in and discovered that the jars that he was buried with had contained essential oils. Hippocrates used essential oils in his practice. They were used in the 40s during wartime. And then today, doTERRA essential oils are in cancer clinics, hospitals, mental health clinics, functional doctor offices. They are integrating into healthcare so that people have a choice with pharmaceuticals or natural solutions. And they're in emergency rooms. So I think that is a revelation in itself. So what are essential oils? So basically they are natural aromatic compounds that are extracted and distilled from plants for health benefits. So that picture right there is a picture of a peppermint leaf. And then the purple is the peppermint leaf blown up. Okay, and you see those little white sacs, that's where the oils come from. Those are the sacs on the oil or on the peppermint leaf. So when you, like say you rub your hand along the peppermint leaf and your hand smells like peppermint, then that's because you pop the oil sacs. Okay, those oil sacs are there to protect the plant and to ward off pests and to regenerate and rejuvenate its cells. And that's what the oils do for us in our bodies. They are 50 to 70 times more powerful than herbs, and they really are affordable. They're really pennies per dose. Okay, considering a 15 milliliter bottle is 250 drops, and one drop is a serving. So that's 250 servings. So some bottles last year's. So essential oils are different from medication because they work at a cellular level. They can penetrate the cell membrane to combat the threat without building up resistance. You can't say that about antibiotics, right? And you can't say that about antidepressants either. So antidepressants just cover up the symptoms. They don't get to the root cause. Same thing with antibiotics. And so, like, let's say you have a virus that lives on the inside of the cell. Antibiotics can't penetrate the cell. The essential oils do, and it can it can prevent the virus from replicating, okay? And then it can also combat the bacteria that remains on the outside of the cell, okay? So it works with the body to really get to the root level or the root cause and work on a cellular level, okay? Essential oils can also, well, I'll get to that one in a minute. I'll talk about that in a minute. Don't want to get ahead of myself. So just to let you know, when people start off on essential oils, they just sometimes go to the nearest store, or big box store, and go try some or order some on Amazon. But the problem is, if you're going to use them for your health, you really want to be careful. You want to be selective because it's for your health, right? It's just like your food. You want to be selective if you want to get the best for your money. So there are synthetic oils out there that are truly toxic. And I hate to say this because Christmas is coming up, but the perfume that the women put on, it's all chemicals, right? And so just that one word, fragrance, can mean up to 3,000 different chemicals. And we think that people are out there protecting us from the harm of these chemicals, but nobody is really protecting us. And the personal care products laws have not been updated since 1938. So they could pretty much put anything in a bottle or a jar and sell it to us. And 3,000 different chemicals in one spray is a lot, okay? Would harm your health. And so food, that's kind of like eating a peppermint patty. Cooking extracts, the chocolate might give you some emotional benefit, but the peppermint's not going to do anything good for your body. And then there's the word therapeutic. It's kind of like the word natural on a loaf of bread. It's just the marketing. It leads to marginal claims, and really there's no oversight on that. So what you're really going to want to look for, if you're looking for essential oils that are the best in the world, that you need to look for certified pure therapeutic grade. And so what that means is that they are better than organic. Okay. So I know you can go to Whole Foods and get organic, but think about it. You want potent and pure, those two things. So if they're organic, sure, they could be clean, they could be pure, but it could be 10% frankincense and 90% coconut oil. It's not going to have health benefits. It's not going to be medicinal. So you want both. So to be certified pure therapeutic grade, you have to have 4 things. You have to have the plants harvested at the right time. And so the example I give is that, such as strawberries. You can get strawberries in this grocery store right now in the wintertime, but strawberries don't have the same nutrient capacity in the winter as they do in the summer when they're harvested at the right time, right? And then you need to have the oils distilled from the plants at the right time. And so the example I give here is Melissa essential oil, which is a very pricey but very valuable essential oil. It's also called lemon balm, and it has shown efficacy against glioblastoma brain tumors. But the window between harvesting and distillation is so small that if you distill it outside of that window, the therapeutic and medicinal markers go way down. It's not going to have any medicinal effects. And then you have to have the plants indigenously sourced. You have to get the plants where the plants grow naturally. So, I can grow lavender in my backyard in Texas, but it's not going to have the same medicinal values and capacity as lavender that's grown in France where it grows naturally. And then the fourth thing is that you want third-party testing. You want somebody testing the oils that doesn't have a financial tie to the oil company that's selling you the oils. And that's what it did for me when my husband was diagnosed with brain cancer. I was with another oil company and I hadn't researched into it enough yet, but I started researching it and I actually called that company and said, I need to see the test results of the oils I'm using for my husband. And they told me, sorry, that's proprietary. We don't release those to the public. And so to me, transparency equals trust. And so what you can do with your bottle of doTERRA is you can look at the batch number on the bottom and look it up on a third-party laboratory website to see the exact test results from your bottle to see how potent and pure it is. And so that is complete transparency. Okay, you're getting your money's worth. So doTERRA is the highest world standard for essential oils. They're verified, pure, and safe, and you do get the complete transparency. Okay, so there are 3 ways to use oils. First, you can just aromatically. It's the way that everybody should start, is just diffusing them. And when you do that and you breathe in the essential oils, they affect your mood. They can clean your indoor air. They can support your breathing, all those things. The second way to use oils is internally. Some oils, not all, can be used internally. And some of them you could just add a drop to your water or put under your tongue. You want to work with somebody who knows what they're doing, like a certified essential oils coach, before you start taking them internally. But when you do that, they can give you targeted wellness, like supplements, okay? And then the third way to use oils is topically. So when you put them on topically, like when you put them in a roller bottle, you could roll them right on to get topical benefits for your skin. You can also put them on the bottom of your feet because according to the laws of reflexology, your feet are connected to every organ in your body through nerve lines and blood vessels. And the essential oils go in through the skin and into the cellular level and travel to those places. Okay. You could also put it above your collarbone, depending on what you are using the oils for, right? That's where your lymphatic system is, behind your ears or up and down your neck, right? Your brainstem right there. Okay. So well, let me just add that when you use them topically down here where it says dilute with fractionated coconut oil, that's not, the word dilute is a little misleading because when you use fractionated coconut oil with your oils to use them topically, the essential oils are natural aromatic compounds and they evaporate quickly. So the fractionated coconut oil, first of all, fractionated just means that it's liquefied and you could pump it. Okay, so when you're making a roller bottle to put it on topically, you could just put in the essential oils, like 25 drops, and then fill it up the rest of the way with your fractionated coconut oil. And then you have something you can use to put on topically. And the essential oil, the fractionated coconut oil actually helps to grab onto the essential oil to help it sink further into the cellular level. So you get more bang for your buck, right? It's a medium chain fatty acid that helps to grab onto the essential oil. That's why you use fractionated coconut oil. So here's a good picture because this tells you about the science of aromatherapy. It's not just, oh, this is a pretty scent, I'm just going to diffuse it just because I like the smell. It actually affects the brain. So when you inhale aromatherapy or essential oils, it goes up through the nasal cavity to hit the olfactory bulb in your brain and then to hit the limbic system of the brain. And that's what's responsible for mood, behavior, learning, emotions, memory, focus, attention. All those things can be affected with aromatherapy. Okay. So some of the most popular essential oils for emotions include peppermint, which I love to diffuse when I have a lot to get done because it's mood elevating. It's a natural stimulant and it helps to alleviate symptoms of anxiety and depression. Melissa, not only does it have health benefits, but it also has compounds that can improve your mood. Rosemary is known as a mental stimulant. In fact, I'm diffusing rosemary right now. I diffuse it. It's great for brain health. It's also great for hair growth. And then wild orange, that's a de-stressing oil. It helps to improve your mood and peace of mind. It's just a really happy oil. And then clove relieves symptoms of stress, anxiety. Ginger is a great stimulant to increase energy. And then cinnamon has multi-purpose. It possesses anti-anxiety, antidepressant. It's also antimicrobial, antiviral, antibacterial oil, just FYI. And then you've got lemon. So lemon is just a great oil when you feel down. All citrus oils are uplifting to the mood. Sandalwood transmits messages to a brain region involving controlling your emotions, right? And then bergamot stimulates production of the neurotransmitters serotonin and dopamine. So it creates a mild sedative effect. It relaxes the body and mind. A lot of people like to sleep or just calm down after a busy day with bergamot. And then frankincense has a calming scent. Some people like to meditate to it. I like to sleep to frankincense, diffusing by my bed. Ylang ylang, it's not only good for supporting healthy blood pressure, but it fights depression, anxiety, stress, and even a nervous breakdown. Lavender is linked to decreasing cases of depression. And then clary sage is probably the #1 go-to for hormone balance, but it also reduces anxiety and depression symptoms. Okay. Whew, that's a lot. So you don't have to go buy all, 20 different oils, right? I want to tell people that there is a system. There is a tool you can use, and it's the emotional aromatherapy system that has blends of these oils together for a common goal of whatever emotion you're seeking. Okay. And it's just 6 blends, not 2 pages of oils that you're going to have to try to figure out on your own. So these blends are specific blends with specific plant extracts that are to help promote feelings of motivation, happiness, peace, comfort, and more. So let me just tell you what's in these blends. So the first one is the Motivate Encouraging Blend. And that's what I have here in the roller bottle, actually, is Motivate. I use it by my desk every day. It has peppermint for energy. It also has clementine for stress. It has coriander, basil, melissa essential oil. So this one's really going to help to promote feelings of confidence, courage, when you really want to get things done and you need to have that, get rid of those feelings of doubt. So, and it just smells good. It's an uplifting, energizing blend. And then you've got like when you really need to switch gears and uplift your feelings from sadness to happiness and brighten and invigorate your mood and get a little optimism, then you're going to want to use the cheer blend. This is my 12-year-old daughter's favorite to diffuse. We go through bottles of this. She has it in a roller bottle. She takes it to school. It has wild orange, clove, nutmeg, vanilla, ginger. I mean, just think about that. Just those scents alone, it just smells amazing. It's wonderful. It's a natural perfume, I think. Now, passion's one of my favorites. It's really going to help with creativity, rejuvenate, inspiration. It's going to really dispel feelings of boredom. It's a spicy herbal scent. It's got the cardamom, it's got the cinnamon, the clove, the jasmine, sandalwood, and vanilla. I like rolling it over my heart every day. The next one is the Forgive Renewing Blend. So this one really, they did a nurses study at the Vanderbilt Hospital, and they diffused these 6 emotional aromatherapy blends on different days and then did a survey with the nurses. And nurses have stressful jobs. And the survey came back of which ones, helped you get through your day better, make you happy, give you uplifting feelings. And Forgive was the number one thing, the number one oil blend that the nurses liked. And so that helped to make them feel less stress. So this one is really tree and herb oils. I like diffusing it on a rainy day. I feel like it just uplifts my mood on a rainy day. It's got bergamot, juniper berry, myrrh, arbor vitae, thyme. So these oils, just so you know, they're not just for emotional wellness. Like arbor vitae and thyme are huge antiviral, antibacterial oils. Juniper berry is great for kidney health. Bergamot, of course, is great for emotional wellness. Myrrh has anti-cancer benefits in it. And just to go back here, clove is the highest antioxidant plant on earth. Jasmine is a hormone balancing oil. So you're getting multiple health benefits, not just emotional wellness with these oils. And so coming to, I think this is our last one, Console, the comforting blend. I love to sleep to this one. I have it by my bed, have it in a roller bottle, have it in this drip bottle. It has frankincense in it, which is your natural anti-inflammatory oil, patchouli, which is great for skin health, ylang ylang, sandalwood, which is great to balance testosterone. But this one's just a comforting, soft, really stress-free. It's going to help relax the entire, like give you immediate stress relief when you diffuse this oil. So it's going to help to dispel feelings of sadness, disappointment, or grief. Oh, I have one more, peace. So peace is one that is also calming. It's going to help when you feel worried or, fearful. It's going to be a softer floral aroma. So it's going to give you feelings to, it's going to help promote peaceful feelings and help to soothe an anxious mind. Okay. So what I was trying to point out there is that these oils have more benefits than just emotional wellness, right? And so Motivate is great also for head tension and to use as a hand sanitizer because of the oils that are in it and the plant compounds in it. So Cheer is going to be good for immune support and energy. Passion, like I said, is good for hormones and exhaustion. Respiratory support for Forgive. It's a great one to diffuse to help open up the airways or also for allergies, seasonal threats. And then Console is great for craving control. It's also good for digestive support to rub right on the belly. And then Peace helps to bring down your body temperature, and it's also great for stress. So you really get a lot of bang for your buck. And so, my goal for every class is to educate first, let people know, how to approach a more natural, wholesome, healthier lifestyle. I always talk about, a multifaceted approach with nutrition, detoxifying from chemicals, incorporating targeted supplements, and of course, essential oils are a great tool for overall well-being. And so I hope that you got some nuggets of information out of this class, but I've been doing this for a long time, and I know that some people, once they hear the education, they're ready to get started and they don't know where to go. So if that's you, then stay with me for a second, because I'll show you how you can get started with this program. So this does come in a system. It's the Emotional Aromatherapy Kit. And it is, so your doTERRA wholesale account, when you get a doTERRA wholesale account, it's $35 and then everything is 25% off. You get it's like Costco, right? You get a deep discount on all the products. So the Emotional Aromatherapy Kit is actually $159, and then you add the $35 wholesale account. So that's the program there. But I don't want you to get a kit and then be too scared to use it and have it sit in a drawer and not use it, because this is valuable stuff for your health, right? So I want to be partner with you for your health and for oils. And so when you get started with a kit, then you get over $500 in gifts from me. And so you get 2 personal wellness consults. So doTERRA pays me to help you. So you get me for free. And I give you first consult right after you get your box, so you know exactly how to use your oil safely and effectively. You get a 21-day essential oil e-course from me. So every other day for 21 days, you get a short little video teaching you how to use essential oils for health and healing. You get access to my VIP essential oil education group on Facebook. I send you a little fun purple bag in the mail with some non-toxic essential oil things in there, as well as your how-to guide. And then I don't want to just do oils. It's got to be a full program. I'm going to also give you my paleo recipe ebook. So it's a month worth of recipes, because again, that's got to be the foundation, right? And then if you're motivated to get started now, there is a special promotion going on where you get this free diffuser, because these oils are diffusing oils. So if you don't have a diffuser, it's good to have one. You'll want to diffuse for aromatherapy. So if you get started by December 12th, I throw in the free diffuser as well. So you get all these things from me, plus the diffuser. I give away all these things anyway, every day of the year when you work with me, but the promotion going on right now is also a free diffuser. And then if you're somebody who's like, I need a full program, and you want to get in on the supplements as well, you get all the free stuff in that last slide, all this stuff. Plus I throw in roller bottles and fractionated coconut oil too. So if you want the supplements as well as the aromatherapy, I give you the roller bottles and the fractionated coconut oil. And then when we're on our first consult together, I teach you how to make your own roller bottle blends so that you're able to get the full use out of your aromatherapy kit. You can not only diffuse them, but you can also use them topically too. Okay. So that's if you're ready to get started. So if that's you, if any of this resonates with you and you need more information or would like a special purchase link to get the freebies in the next 48 hours, it's not 48 hours, it's 3 days, then just email me. Make sure you write down my email address, leann@groovybeats.com, and I'll send you a special purchase link. So, but that's it for me, and I'll just stay on for a few minutes and see if there's any questions. I hope that you enjoyed the presentation, and I hope you all have a great day.
Thank you.
You're welcome, Amy.
I wondered, can I ask you a question?
Sure.
So I've been using Young Living for 10 years, and I mean, I've got, lots of oil and use it daily. And there are some things obviously that are similar and things that are different. And I've used doTERRA in the past, just through friends, but I've never actually ordered any. But you were saying that there's the $35 payment. Is that like you were saying with Costco? Is it like each year it'll charge $35 and then you've got your 25% off wholesale?
That's a great question. Thank you for asking that, because it is $35 when you first enroll. And then it does not automatically renew. A lot of people are worried about that automatic charge, but it does not automatically renew. But if you choose to renew it after a full year, then it is only $25, but they do send you a free bottle of peppermint, which retails at $27. So it's kind of a wash.
Yeah, very sweet.
Yeah.
Okay. I don't know if other people have questions. I don't want to just keep asking.
Keep going. Nobody's unmuting, or you guys can type in the chat as well. But go ahead, Amy. What else? Everybody can learn.
Well, I was curious with the supplements that doTERRA offers. I'm trying to target lowering my blood pressure, and exercise and diet and supplements and essential oils are all part of my daily routine anyway.
Mhm.
But I'm wondering if there's anything you can suggest as targets naturally to support it.
Yeah, well, you're doing all the right things, for blood pressure, it's nutrition. And then, of course, detoxing from chemicals, like just living a wholesome, more natural lifestyle and really being a detective in your home, because that's really what you can control with your cleaning products, your personal care products, and going from chemical based to more plant based or essential oil based, right?
Yeah.
Because toxins play a role in health, no matter what your health issue is, from cancer to brain health to high blood pressure or whatever. Chemicals have also got to be addressed. But yeah, the right supplements and essential oils and exercise, it sounds like you're doing all the right things.
Okay. Great. Thank you.
You bet. And eat more beets.
I know, right? Beets.
Beets are good to bring down your blood pressure.
I should know this. All right, super. Thank you very much for your time.